Alright, what is up, what is up? What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Just making sure everything is going to be working here. What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back with another live stream for you guys. First and foremost, before we get started, if you're new to the channel and wondering what we're all about any way to make money from anything other than a job, just over broke job as I like to refer to them. It's all about financial freedom. No get rich quick here or anything like that whatsoever. So if that's what you're into, then this channel isn't going to be for you. All about putting in the hard work, dedication, just to, again, achieve that financial freedom. But I wanted to wait to log in to show for everybody new that'll be tuning in, because there's going to be a lot of people searching things just like how to get started, learning how to trade. And what I I never really stressed this a lot. I always mentioned it some, but I mean, I'm really going to start stressing it as long as like I continue this channel, especially those of you that have been following me on Discord a lot, as well as on here too, but on Discord specifically, you know that right now I am paper trading because we're trying to get moved into our own place, all that good stuff. I had to go buy a car. Pretty much I had to pull pretty much all of my funds out of my, what did I have, Robinhood account and Tastyworks, Robinhood to Tastyworks, and then from Tastyworks out. So pretty much I'm just saving up to $25,000. That way I will be able to day trade as soon as I do start trading again. It'll probably take roughly a year, maybe two at the most, but in the meantime I'll keep doing videos, keep doing live streams, but it's just going to be paper trading. No big deal. If anything, we'll just keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Obviously, there's no better way to learn than actually losing money, but because you actually feel it, and you're definitely for sure not going to make the same mistake again, at least you hope. But yeah, so pretty much what you're going to do is you're just going to obviously download Thinkorswim. Like I said, I'm doing this from like start to finish for anyone that's new. I know there's going to be a lot of you that already have Thinkorswim, but for those that don't, all you're going to do is you're going to download Thinkorswim, which is by TD Ameritrade. You have to make an account with them. It costs no money to sign up. As soon as you get to like the bank account information, you can just scroll down and there's like a save and continue later thing you can do, so you don't have to even fund the account. And then from there you can just go ahead and download the Thinkorswim. It actually downloads like to your desktop, so it makes it pretty easy and accessible. So then you obviously have your login. It depends. I think mine actually started out on paper money, but if not, you'll see it'll be in this green, which is live trading. What you're just going to want to do is just hit that tab and then go to paper trading. Obviously, just easy little setup there. So then you're obviously going to get logged in, depending on how long this takes. Sometimes it takes longer than other times, so we will see. Always depends on the internet too, and obviously I'm streaming. See how many we got. We got one of you tuning in so far. Usually doesn't take this long, in all honesty. Come on. And let me know, by the way, it looks like the video might be lagging. It says the stream health is good, but please let me know if there's any issues with the stream. Hopefully we're finally getting ready to load up here. Go ahead and zoom out of this. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So first thing I'm going to do is minimize this a little bit. That way we can get you guys back in here. A little bit more. And that'll be good. Okay, so as you can see, they give you like, what is it? $200,000 or something like that, essentially, worth of buying power. Now you don't have to use all that, obviously. I wish, and there might be, I might just not know yet, but I wish there was like some kind of way you could edit the amount they give you. Apparently, I mentioned this in Discord, that apparently I had like a few pretty big positions that I didn't even remember like doing, so I went ahead and sold them. I believe MVCN was one of them too. And I actually don't like doing it from my laptop. Like, I use my laptop for my technical analysis, so MVCN is obviously one that I hate. But one that I do love is obviously SQ. Sorry, by the way, if the camera's shaky. I'm gonna try to like not hit the laptop as hard or anything. But so what we'll do is like, obviously I start out with the 180 day. You can see why I love SQ. Just be careful. I'm being careful with it because you can see it could be double topping. I don't believe it is, but you never know. earnings is still, yeah, not until August. So I mean, we still got time until earnings. It is pretty overbought, so I mean, it could definitely come back down and retest 60. So I'm looking out for that. I did go ahead, if I remember right, I took a position on SQ, so you can see like what I sold, minus 1,000, blah, 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 filled, expired, all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, I actually did quite a bit. Let me see. Like I said, I don't actually do any of my trades from the actual desktop version. I use the app. The app is just super easy to use. That's another thing for everyone that's new. Once you get your TD Ameritrade account and your Thinkorswim and whatnot, you can download the iTunes, the like app version for your Google, Android phone, whatever you have, Apple. And I mean, it's pretty simple, straightforward. Like I said, I like using it a lot more than the desktop. I do use the desktop, like I said, for my technical analysis, though I will look at it, of course, if I'm like out and about and I hear about a stock or something, I'll go ahead and pull it up on my phone, of course. But I really like doing my technical analysis from my laptop, just because it's how it is. I like using the laptop for that. But for like doing the trades, I'll actually do it just from my phone. Like earlier today when I was doing trades, I was sitting here doing technical analysis, and then I was doing the trades right from my phone. So pretty much like what I'm holding right now, like pretty much what I have is I have 10 shares of SQ, what else? 10 shares of TVIX that are actually, I thought they closed. CS Acre, Under Armour. What else do we got? Oop. Scroll down, damn it. Canceled. Yeah, you can see that I had to like. Okay, so there. UGAS. I have 20 of UGAS. Where's the price at? 56.09. I don't remember what time I did that. So obviously it continued. Did I actually get filled at that price? So it dropped like another quarter or so after I got into it. And why did I get into it? Just because I looked over at NG, natural gas. You can see the natural gas has slid pretty, wow. You can tell it's been a while since I've been in it. /NG. You can see it's been on a pretty big downward slope of late, and I look forward to at least bounce up back probably near 283, if not try to push up towards $3 again. But even if it comes up only like 283 or 285 and like get rejected, there's going to be some resistance right around like 284, 285 probably, and that's just looking at the 5-day. Yeah, there's going to be a pretty strong resistance right around 284. So even if it bounces back up, you can see it had a low of 278 on what day? That was that today, was it? Yeah, that was today at 2:30. So you can already see that it's bounced back up by what, half of a cent. Obviously nothing big, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I just don't see it going lower than like 270, 275 in all honesty. And even if it gets rejected at like 283, 285, somewhere in there, you can look for UGAS, sorry about that. You can look for UGAS to probably bounce up where it's around like $59 roughly. Yeah, right around $59. So that'd be roughly a, what did I get in? Pretty much $56. If it were to get up even to just like 58, 59, that's $2 to $3. And when you do the math on that, that's what, like 4 to 6% roughly. So that's not bad. And when you take that $4 potential times 20, that'd be an $80 return, so not too bad. And again, like I said, you do not have to use all this money. So what am I doing? I'm applying it to more as if I was trading with my money, since I plan on, I'm at least going to start like trading, trying to build the money, swing trade and whatnot, once I get the rest of my debt finally paid off. Like I said, I still got roughly like $1,500 or so of debt. Once I get that paid off, a little emergency buffer built up of like at least 1 to 2 months of expenses, maybe even 3. Pretty much within the next few months I will start actually investing again, but point being, I'm like doing it as if I was using my money. So if you're planning on starting out eventually with $5,000, then trade with your paper trading account as if you're trading with $5,000, not $200,000, because most people, let's be real, are not going to be starting out with that much. Hell, most people are only going to be starting out with like maybe what, $500, $100, $1,000, 10,000 maybe, but no one's really going to be starting out with $100,000 to $200,000, and if they are, they're probably not watching YouTube videos about how to trade. They probably have like financial advisors, all that happy BS, but we're a bunch of do-it-yourselfers and want to do everything ourselves. So but yeah, point being, if I can get a good 6% return on that, then good. 6%, better than negative, obviously. So where would I consider cutting losses? Because obviously you always have to consider cutting losses at the same time. So you could be catching a falling knife, yes, but I don't care. But when you look at this, it always seems to kind of bottom right around $55. So could I have possibly tried to hold out and wait for a better entry point? Yes. And by all means, you could have held out realistically to probably around 53, 54 if you really think it's going to go that low. I just personally don't. You can see that the lows have slightly gotten higher. So I think it's probably going to bottom maybe right around where it's at, 55.50. 55 at the lowest is where I'm thinking. So I thought at $56, I thought it was lower is where I got in. I must have said it was a limit, but I thought I set it at lower than 56. But point being, know your entry point, know where you'll consider cutting losses at. You can see why I'm saying I would consider cutting losses if it goes below 54, right? Because this has kind of been a pretty decent support. So I mean, if it were to go down below that, I would lose roughly $2 times 20, that's $40 loss potential versus an $80 plus return. You always want your potential return obviously to be higher than your potential loss, and that is why I liked UGAS in this specific trade. So I mean, literally how the paper trading works is exactly the same as if you were doing it live trading. Like the setup and everything, same thing on the phone. It's the same exact setup. There's nothing different. The only difference is that your data will be delayed, which is also why I do it. It's kind of cheating because it's 20 minutes delayed when you're paper trading. But what I do when I have time, like today, and I like during market hours, I'll sit here and when I log in, I'll log in live, see where it's at, look at where it's at on the paper trading, and I'll be like, oh, it's actually lower than what it is actually, so I'm at least gonna do that. But that's kind of cheating, but I mean, you're only gonna cheat by maybe like 20 cents for the most part anyways. But I'll actually, like I said, do my technical analysis here and then trade here, and like I said, it's all the same. I mean, you even have Forex buying power. I mean, you have options. You can literally do any kind of trading that you might. There's a bunch of people like options. I like options too. Forex I've considered doing. I actually didn't even realize that you had Forex buying power in this, so that's pretty cool. I might mess around with Forex and do some videos on that in the future. But you just have so many different options, and like this is such a good learning tool. Like I cannot stress it enough. Like I said, I haven't ever stressed it enough on this channel, but I'm going to from now on. Just stress how good paper trading is when you're learning. So yeah, anyways, what else am I holding? So like I said, SQ. Why did I like SQ? One, I like the company. You always want to invest in companies you like, obviously. I think SQ long term is going to be a very, 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 very successful company. If you don't know anything about them, you've probably been living under a rock. But I saw that it was obviously, like I said, I'm slightly worried about the double top. I took a small position. If I scroll down here, you might be able to see. Where is it? SQ. You can see I bought 10 at 64.67. So obviously I'm down, or no, I'm actually up on that position about 9 cents a share. So I'm already up roughly $1. Not a big deal or anything. But why did I actually invest today? Because I do believe that we're going to hit some support right around $64. at the lowest, and I think it's going to try to at least what we like to call dead cat bounce. You can see it was down about 2.5% today. I wouldn't be surprised if pre-market tomorrow and even early market hours it'll probably start red, but in all honesty I look for some sort of a dead cat bounce right around 64. I look for it to try to bounce at least to like $65, $66. So then obviously that'd be about a, let's just say at the minimum, $1 return. That'd only be $10 made. But even say it wasn't just a dead cat bounce and it continues on up, is the high 68 if I remember right? 69. So if it actually bounces and doesn't get rejected lower, that's another thing I'm going to watch out for, is for it to get rejected lower possibly. If it pushes back through say $67 and keeps going up, it could potentially make a new high. So the potential risk for reward, the potential risk factor versus the potential for reward is there. Where would I consider cutting losses? Probably right around, what was it, 62, just under $63, probably $62.50 is where I would definitely cut the loss. That would obviously be what, right around a $2 loss. That'd be a $20 loss versus a potential 10 to a, what, let me see, a potential 10 to like 60 plus of profit. So yes, there is potential to lose, obviously, but the potential to gain is still there. And like I said, I know a decent amount about the company. I love the company. I think long term, that's another thing. If you like a company, you think long term they're going to keep on just plowing through, then just stick with it. Don't panic sell, because I mean, look at how it's done over a year. Like, say you panic sold right here whenever it was at $41, you'd have missed out on roughly $27, $28 worth of profit just because you panicked on the sell-off right here. I mean, obviously you could have sold after, let's zoom in here, you could have sold after the big red day and caught it on the green and said, you know, I'm just going to cover my profits, look for a re-entry point and then hop in, etc., etc. But I mean, who actually plans out those trades to a T? Not very many people. So I mean, when you see a company that you just really like I really like Square, then I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Stick with it long term. It's where Warren Buffett's trading strategy honestly comes into play, because if you just buy and hold forever and you actually truly believe in the company, and so many other people do, you're obviously going to see a result probably not quite like this, but some pretty decent returns. So I mean, this started out at 806, and at its high it was at 69.40. So that was literally over 750% return in how many years? About 2.5 years. So I mean, where are you going to get 750% return in 2 years on your money in most places? Because that is like, what, 370% profit per year? I mean, how many portfolio managers can do that for you? That is why I like picking my own stocks. A lot of people go the traditional route, which there's nothing wrong with going traditional route if you don't have the time, but just because you're lazy and don't want to look up your own companies and whatnot, no, I'm good. I'll do it myself. But yeah, I love Square. I love the setup on it. So I went ahead. I mean, it's just 10, and obviously it's paper trading, so it's not the end of the world anyways. But like I said, where I would consider selling is if it got below that like $62 to $63 range. So keep an eye on it, of course. And then I thought there was one or two others that I did too. Yeah, like I said, there was a bunch that I actually had that I didn't know about. Red does not mean that like it ended red. That just means sell. Red is sell, green is buy. Hope that's pretty obvious. What else? Under Armour. Also bought 50 shares of Under Armour. So you can see Under Armour is up about 1.33% today. I bought it at $22.51. It's at $22.57 currently, and $22.58 after hours. While I liked it, also been on the rise of late. Had some insider buying going on. You can see it's kind of pulled back of late. Potential, like, there's a pretty, I'm not gonna lie, I think there's potential, a pretty big potential for risk, like a lot of risk in this trade. However, the potential upside is truly unlimited. I mean, even if it only returned to its, I think that's its all-time high, actually. Maybe not. I might be wrong. Yeah, no, it's not all-time high. It sold off for years. But recent high, like 180 day. Even if it only returned to that 24, let's just say 24.50, that'd be about a $2 return, which is roughly not quite 10%, but almost 10% profit, like 8 or 9% profit. So that'd be also another potential swing trade. If you notice here, what I'm doing is I'm setting, like, all my paper trades so far that I've mentioned are more long-term swing trade. Why? Because I know whenever I do start investing with my hundreds of dollars, even thousands, I'm going to be swing trading until I get to $25,000. I'm not going to look for something that's super quick, just like minutes, hours. I mean, there will be some, I'm sure, where I day trade them, but more times than not, it's going to be more long term, because I just want to continue to build the account, have not as much risk as there is when it comes to day trading and options and whatnot. I want to see my account grow at about, if I'd get 20% a month, I'd be happy, while I continue to invest money in there, because I know that I'll probably be able to invest roughly $400 to $500 a month into that account. So if that can continue to grow at 20% month over month, you can see how compounding interest can help me get to that $25,000 a lot faster than if I'm doing high risk day trades, etc., etc. It doesn't mean I'm not going to lose a single dollar. Absolutely not. But again, I'm just setting up myself mentally for swing trading versus what I'm used to in the past, which is just quick day trades, sometimes minutes worth of trades. So just something to keep in the back of your mind, depending on your trading style, your life, all that good stuff, like your setup, what you're planning on doing once you're actually trading with money. Again, it's all about applying it to how you know I mean, obviously you never know the future or anything, but how you plan to use your money once you start actually trading with cash. See, make sure our stream's still doing alright. Still got one of you tuning in. I know I need to start doing live streams a lot more. I actually had one of you in the Discord chat ask when I was going to start doing live streams again. It's going to be a while, honestly, until I start doing the live stock market trades where I do like a whole day or whatever. Obviously that was when I was day trading, but the day trading is like so limited whenever you don't have $25,000. So until I work my ass off and get to that $25,000, I probably won't be doing quite as many of the live stock market trades. I'm still going to try to do some, but they're probably only going to be like maybe 2 hours, 1 hour. It's not going to be like the full 6, 7, however many hours the stock market's open, until of course I get to 25,000 here, hopefully by the end of 2019. The outlook is, like I said, 1 to 2 years. Hopefully I'll have that 25,000, but we'll see. It all depends on how much I can handle working until I bleed my eyes out, essentially, and how focused I can stay, not spend money on vacations and going out to eat, all that stuff. But I think, if I remember right, that's all I'm holding right now. UGAS, Square, Under Armour, which Under Armour's not even showing up on my phone. That's weird. But yeah, I only took a few positions today. In all honesty, I think the stock market is stupid overbought for the most part, or at least all the stuff that I've been looking at, everything is just overbought. Like, I just do not like this market right now. I mean, even like your SPY and all that good stuff, you all know that we're all about SPY and whatnot here, had a pretty good pullback for about a week or so, if I remember right, right around when I stopped doing consistent live streams, which was, luckily for me, right around when I pulled out majority of my money to go buy my car and all that good stuff. But I don't know. I mean, if we break 280, then that will be a huge, huge, huge plus. Because, I mean, you can see right around 280 is where we got, which is 2,800 essentially for the S&P 500, which is what this is. It's a spider ETF of the S&P 500, of course. But as you can see, ever since we had the massive sell-off back in February or March, whatever it was, February, right? Yeah, end of January into February, just 280, 2,800 has been impossible to break through. I mean, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the 4th time now. So, I mean, we'll see. If it breaks it, then watch out. We could definitely hit some new all-time highs. I see 290, maybe even 300 is a possibility. But I don't know. I personally, I'm obviously more of a pessimistic person than optimistic for whatever reason. But I mean, like just everybody essentially points out, we've had consistent growth for 10 years. We've had little pullbacks and hiccups, but I mean, when you just look back, I mean, we've had years on years. I mean, this is just a 3-year chart, but I mean, if you look even further time frame, let's go back 10 years. What do you see? Pretty much nothing but just straight up from $67 back in 2009 to almost $290. Think about that, guys. That's literally what, like quadrupling your money essentially, if not more. I don't think more, but still, I mean, we're due for one of those bad 1 to 2 year periods. So I'm not saying like collapse of the market or anything, but I'm definitely saying some sort of short-term recession. I mean, there's nothing that we know of, at least, going on that's gonna like cripple the economy or anything like '08 or anything like that. But I mean, we're due for some sort of pretty big hiccup event where, honestly, I would see SPY, S&P 500, whatever, pull back to say 2,400, maybe even 2,300, which would be 240, 230. But I mean, we could throw out assumptions all day. I just don't like the stock market overall right now. I think it's pretty overbought. That's also why I'm paper trading, just because I do not trust my money in the stock market right now. Could I potentially miss out on profits? Yes, but at least I'm doing other things productive with my money. I'm paying off debt. I'm setting up an emergency fund for when a rainy day comes, because a rainy day will come. That's why I said I want at least 2 to 3 months. I'm probably leaning more towards three months worth of expenses saved up in my savings account, in a savings account that I have, like, I wouldn't say no access to, but like at a different bank. That way I'm not tempted to go pull money out of it. But I mean, I'm just waiting essentially. I'll just keep learning, keep paper trading, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted along the way. Always, like I said, if you're not in the Discord app by now, definitely consider, it's like one of the first couple links in the description box. It's everything with me is totally free. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. If you're new to me, I don't have like any courses, any of that happy BS. Like, everything with me is totally free. I'm just here to, again, build a community, a bunch of like-minded people that want to achieve financial freedom, don't have to worry about clocking into a 9-to-5 job. I actually got some news about my whole job situation. I'll probably make a video about that sometime this week as well, probably for the next day or two. But yeah, I mean, you can just even see on your RSI indicator, I mean, the market is overbought. I mean, let's zoom in. I mean, it's just overbought. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but that's interesting though, the 4-hour chart. Market I didn't notice that. The market started selling off in the afternoon. Oh, I heard there's some more trade war crap going on. So yeah, tomorrow might be a pretty bloody day tomorrow, but I don't see the markets going lower than 277 tomorrow. But we'll see. Pretty much just cancel out everything that happened today is what I'm thinking. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we still got obviously like 14 hours until the market opens. But make sure that we're still doing alright. Still got one of you tuning in, it looks like. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and start wrapping this video up, unless there's any questions or anything like that. Like I always say, I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. Even though we've been obviously having a few changes in the channel, we're still gaining some subscribers. We've lost a few also because obviously people got used to me doing live streams every single day. I know I probably lost some due to not doing that, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. Like I always said, I mean, my goal is to eventually get to the 25,000 by the end of 2019 is the goal. Get to the 25,000 when I can get to $25,000 plus my emergency fund, which will be at that time 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. That way, if I have any hiccups, I'll have money to fall back on. Once I have that and the $25,000 where I can day trade, I will literally do this live every single day for you guys. By then, who knows where this channel is going to be. I mean, that's a whole nother year and a half out. So I can't wait to see how we all continue to grow as traders throughout that time. And like I said, I'll still be doing live streams. I mean, they're just not going to be the entire market day. I mean, I might do, I've been thinking about it actually, like what days I want to try to hop on for at least an hour or two during market hours. I'll definitely, like I said, keep you guys updated on that. Those of you that are in Discord always know first, of course. But, man, I'm getting a lot of CNBC news right now. Nothing important. But, yeah, so again, I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support that you've given me over the last 6 months, year, however long that you've been here. But, and hopefully for those of you that are new, hopefully you'll consider hitting the subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And like I said, if you aren't already signed up, definitely sign up for Discord. It's all totally free. There's no charge. All that they do is ask you to confirm your phone number. That way, they know you're not like a robot. It doesn't like call you with spam calls or anything like that. So, it's a fun place where we all just talk about, stuff from debt-free journeys to thrift finds, trading, obviously. I mean, it's not just for trading, like it's for anyone that's looking to achieve financial freedom. So, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your evening. What is today now? Tuesday? Yeah. Hopefully you have a good rest of your Tuesday. This week's already going by pretty quick. Girlfriend should be home any minute. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making that money. I almost forgot what I always say at the end of every video. Keep on going out there making those profits, covering your profits, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I will see you guys possibly tomorrow for sure, if not the next few days. Take it easy, guys.